Parents with toddlers. What was today's irrational meltdown moment? His grandma is his cousin's grandma too. That was not acceptable for him, lol. He asked me if Spider-Man was Lightning McQueen, and I said no. I captured a spider so I can set it outside. Cried when he saw it. Cried when I captured it in a glass. Cried when I showed him the spider was okay. Cried when I set the spider outside. Cried that there was no more spider. Cried because his shorts couldn't be pants. Our house is too square. He doesn't want to live in this square house. It needs to be a triangle. Triangles are the best shape. The rice and the beans in his bowl of beans and rice were touching. He was already crying and got more upset because his tears kept falling off his face and wouldn't stay on. I asked for mashed potato for dinner. Didn't want mashed potato for dinner. Threw mashed potato at Dad. Cried because Dad had mashed potato on his face. Ate Dad's mashed potato. Cried because Dad had no mashed potato left. Pooped in the bath. Edit. Wow, this blew up while I was asleep. Thanks for enjoying my stress of an average day, internet friends. Edit 2. Thank you for the gold. Kind stranger. A couple of days ago my 3-year-old daughter cried because I cleaned up some cat puke before she could look at it. It's like, relax kiddo. There'll surely be more cat puke in our future. His brother yelled at him in his dream's ear, crying because the puppy was sleeping and didn't want to play. That and me not letting her have 5 straws for her chocolate milk. He wanted to swim in the deep end without his floaties. He doesn't know how to swim? Well, I just realized it's 4 p.m. and it hasn't happened yet. Going to be a doozy tonight. Edit. It happened around 7. I came into the living room to him having precariously perched his ride-on train onto the coffee table and bouncing up and down on it while laughing manically. When I gently suggested this was not a safe activity, all hell broke loose. I had stashed an extra sippy in my purse in case we got lunch while we were out. She found it and threw a fit that it was empty, so I went out of my way to fill it, and when I gave it to her she threw it on the ground. My daughter scraped her knees, and even though it's not bleeding anymore, and I tricked her into running to prove it didn't hurt, she can't go on living without band-aids on both knees. He skinned his knees at Easter. He asks for band-aids where he had knee wounds over a month ago. I went to get the band-aids. I don't want any band-aids. Also, the garbage man stole our trash. The tomato sauce in McDonald's tastes funny. The pear is too soft. I only wanted half a sandwich. It's raining in June, and June is supposed to be hot. The Hoover is too loud. The cat is sitting in the wrong place. I gave her an ice cream cone, and instead of eating it she offered it to the cat. When he wasn't interested, she proceeds to chase him around screaming, "Eat my ice cream is here." I wouldn't let him put the battery-powered car tires on his slong, because I remember what happened last time. Edit. Okay, here's what happened. My 2-year-old son had received a toy car as a gift. You turned it on and the tires started spinning so it would drive by itself. He played with it as intended, on a little track, for an hour, before he decided to start running it on other things. Blankets, houseplants, my legs. I took it away from him when he put it on the poor cat and her fur got wound up into the wheels. I gave him a serious talking to and he got it back the next day with a warning to drive it on nothing but the track. So I'm cooking dinner and I suddenly hear the motor of it change noises, and a little voice say, "Mama, I need help." I turn and there he is, pantsless because we're potty training. He isn't panicking, but the fear is rising in his eyes. Sure enough, his foreskin has rolled up around the wheels and axle. I'm good at keeping my calm, so I went over, switched the car off, and turned the wheels backwards to unroll his business. He was absolutely fine, but that car went in the garbage. Keep your slong out of motorized toys, everybody. A fly landed on his forehead. Update: another tantrum this year, this time because I wouldn't let him eat yesterday's hot dog that he stashed in his play barbecue. My son was hungry, so I made him chicken nuggets. There's too many. There's 6 nuggets there. That's too many. Take it off. Quote, quote, dot, dot, dot. Just eat the dang nuggets. No. Too many. Starts crying. Ugh. Fine. Takes 1 nugget off the plate. Puts it on a napkin on the table. Kid starts crying harder. Oh my god. I took the nugget off. What's wrong now? Quote, I want my nugget. Takes nugget back. Puts it back on his plate. Eats all of them. Dies silently inside. I'm the sod. My wife came home after a 10 hours Monday. It's been a great toddler day. A nap. Good eating. No insanity. He's very excited to see Aunt Jessie. Great bonding time between the two of the Monsieur and #X200B. Aunt Jessie needs to use the potty. We allow privacy with the potty. Toddler was convinced that she was leaving again forever. On the floor, screaming. Then up pounding on the bathroom door. Screaming. That toddler Nazgul scream Monsieur and #X200B. Uncle Jay is into the rum Monsieur. My grandson and I went to the pond to look at frogs. Apparently he wanted ribbit frogs, not croak frogs. My little guy cried because his mom told him blue can be other people's favorite color. But he said, no, only he can have blue as his favorite color. Not a parent, but I work in childcare. We have a toy doctor set, and the kids love to pretend to take my blood pressure. Only instead of high or low, they tell me if my blood pressure is hot or cold. Today a girl cried because my blood pressure was too hot. That he cried because he didn't want a bath. Only RO cried and not get out of the bath when done. She wanted a sausage. I cut off the little tied-off end of the sausage. She very much wanted that not to happen. That today, June 10th, was not Halloween. We did nothing to indicate it could be. This morning my son did not want socks on, so we didn't put socks on when getting ready. Then when done he stands there screaming about how he wants socks on. So we start putting socks on and he is screaming no socks, no socks. So I relent and don't put socks on. Guess where that put us? Back to screaming and crying that he wanted socks. To pick me up and hold me. No. Put me down. Fluffer. How dare you? Now pick me up and hold me. Repeat multiple times. Not me. Coworker's kid. He's upset that his chocolate is gone. He ate the chocolate. Apparently, he wants an everlasting gobstopper. I wouldn't help her climb onto the roof of a building so she could hug the pigeon she was chasing. After it flew off, my sons argued because the one called the other a turtle, full on stomping and yelling. We're doing nighttime potty training, so I've been going in at night to have my 2.5-year-old pee. Got her up at 3 a.m. She peed. I wiped her, then tried to pull her pants back up when she lost her mind while half asleep. Wipey. SF nud wipey. So I tried to let her wipe also, but it was too late. Put her back in bed and hoped she'd just settle. A few minutes later I gave up, went back in. Like, okay, you can wipe yourself. It's okay. I tried to hand her the TP, but she was like, I want you to wipe. Seriously? Eating lunch. He wanted pizza. Give him pizza. Wife makes chicken salad on a bun. He wanted that. She gave him the sandwich and went to make herself another on regular bread. He threw a fit because now she didn't have a sandwich and he did. Logic error. Loop. He ate and took a nap. Good times. My niece got angry that my son was holding onto the couch to stand up, but she could not have more juice. Not a parent, but I'm babysitting my year-old nephew. Not letting him pull mine or my puppy's hair is causing a huge meltdown. I didn't let her eat a rock. A plastic toy rock the approximately size of her throat. I'm the butt. I am not a parent, but I have a toddler brother, and today he had been drawing with a red crayon at daycare and he didn't want to leave the crayon behind when I came to pick him up. He cried for like 10 minutes. His daycare teacher gave him the crayon and he stopped crying in #X200B. Edit. I threw the darn crayon away when we got home, by the way. I didn't let her pour her apple juice into my soda water at dinner. Not a parent but one in TEH store was upset that the floor wasn't blue. My toddler had a 2-hour meltdown because I had the audacity to cut up a banana in order to make some peanut butter and banana sandwiches.